for this discussion. Since assessment is a big theme in global citizenship education, I want you to, if possible, share with our audience 2 or 3 key areas or elements, or let's call it principles or even values that you believe are core for a type of assessment that would encourage human flourishing.
That's such an interesting question because it depends on where you're looking at the problem. Is it as someone on a curriculum board who's in curriculum design? Is it as a student? Is it as a parent? Is it as an administrator, as a teacher? But I would say, no matter what you're doing, it's first and foremost a mindset, or if you prefer, attitude or dispositional challenge. And I think it's the same for global citizenship, really. It's opening up your mind to a much richer appreciation of human potential, whether that's formally or informally. And that takes personal work. It takes curiosity, listening, and learning. Humans have wonderful gifts, and we should recognize them. I think the second, it's systems and processes, that operationalize some kind of change, and that change can happen at different levels. At a sort of macro level, if you're involved in assessment design, or you're in a Ministry of Education, or you're working with a non-governmental organization, an examination board, use the power that you have to broaden assessment, even if it's just a few assessment items. Be more explorative and creative. Bring more people in through the assessment model that you create. If you're a parent or a teacher or an administrator, encourage your students, and maybe even encourage yourself to explore life from several different angles and to enjoy yourself as well. It's sad to look at education as being boxed up in a classroom and preparing for tests. Get outside, watch a movie, read a book, try a different meal. I mean, it sounds trivial what I'm saying, but I think at the core of it, it's this idea of diversity in the broadest possible sense in experience and life. And then maybe the last one, it's connection. So you can't work in isolation.
Connection.
I'm glad you've invited me to this podcast. I follow your work, and you've created a real impact.
Thank you.
We have to help each other and diffuse each other's work, so that we're doing this together.
Absolutely. Connection, very important, along with dialogues, I believe, because nowadays it's easy to feel isolated, particularly when you're advancing a pioneeristic type of work in education. Thank you very much, Hughes, the Director General of the International School of Geneva, and many other positions that reflects the preciousness of the work you're doing. I want to close by reading again that important, impressive, and core passage that you shared with me in our email exchanges previous to this podcast. Schools should not only be places where we learn to be and learn to live together, but also places where assessment practices valorize each diverse range of human gifts within each learner. And yet, most schools remain locked in a 19th century assessment structure that prevents young people from exploring the full variety and extent of their talents, forcing them to perform on a narrow, high-stakes track. When will this change? Thank you so much, Conrad, for joining the Global Citizenship Education Interview Series. This was a very, very interesting conversation.
Thank you, Emiliano.